gracious me!
What is going on, guys? Dave here. Welcome to a Road to Glory, a brand new one. Thank you for the support on the series over the weekend. Absolutely incredible. And of course, we can look forward to those Weekend League rewards on Thursday. I'm saying all this, and I haven't actually finished the Weekend League yet. I know it's Tuesday and I haven't finished it. Well, I'm filming this draft now because I know I'm not going to have time to do it later. I'm not going to play the games now, but I'm going to film me actually building the draft right now. I've sold Florenzi, which you may not have seen before, but you may have. It's a bit confusing, this, because I haven't even filmed Monday's episode yet, but this is Tuesday's. So we sold Florenzi. Part of it was because I wanted money to go into the draft. The other part of it was so that we could, we just don't need him. You know, we've already got our defence sorted for the time being, at least, until rewards come out. So let's go into the draft here and see what we can do. If you want to see the draft every single Tuesday, which is pretty much what I'm thinking of doing, maybe a Wednesday, depending on what happens with rewards. And do me a favour and hit that like button, and it will become sort of a staple of the Road to Glory. I'm going to go with the 4-5-1, I think. The rest of the formations, I mean, they're not too bad. But the 4-5-1 is, I've used it before, so at least I know a little bit about it. Let's pick that. Our captain choices, it's got to be Ronaldo all day long. The cam position, we are going to need some sort of Italian link here, but I'm not going to get one, typical. Probably going to go for Jesse Lingard. Second cam, oh, this isn't going to be a good one, is it? No, this is going to be a throwaway card. I'm just going to go for, I'm just going to pick the first one. Let's go for the CM. I think this is going to be a throwaway one as well. Wow, two throwaway cards straight after each other. But he is Spanish League. So I am going to go for Bardi. We're going to go left mid. This so far is a terrible draft, by the way. What do we have? Vitolo, we have Gnabry. Bernard. I mean, if I get Pjanic at any point or Dybala, we can give chemistry. So maybe I'm just gonna stick to one. I'm gonna go for Bernard. It links to Lingard. It makes sense, right? Let's go for the right mid. This is probably stupid without finding out who your cams are first, right? But probably gonna go for Gelson Martins. Or yeah, I'm gonna have to go for Gelson Martins because every other option is absolute trash. I'm going to go through the reserves first here. This is going to be a good pick, hopefully. We get Gareth Bale, we get Messi. Messi's no good to me. Do I go for Messi and put him in the cam spot, or do I go for Bale? I think I'm going to go for Lionel Messi here, and I'm going to do this. So we do get sort of half a link. If I can get a Juve cam, I can take Lingard out, and we could actually have something decent on the go. Who do we get here? Oh, we get Mbappe. Okay, Mbappe and Salah. This doesn't help. I've got to pick one of them, right? Let's go for Salah, although he does have a 2-star. Oh, he's got a 3-star weak foot these days. Okay, let's go for Salah. We could, worst comes to worst, build into a Premier League side if that's what's happened. I mean, I'm getting a lot of right-wing options here. Let's go for Mendy, definitely the best of a bad bunch. I say bad bunch. Mendy's actually a class defender. This is going to be a bad pick here, but it could be someone that could give us some chemistry. This is going to be a decent pick here. Who do we get? Mark Bartra could work. But then again, Lovren could work as well. If we do go Premier League, Lovren wouldn't be a terrible choice. We do have Mendy already. I'm all over the place here. Mark Bartra, I think, is going to be my pick. Not great. We'll be heavily relying on those subs to give us a good pick. Probably going to go for Sergi Roberto here. Juanfran's not bad, but Sergi Roberto makes sense to me. If we can get ourselves a PK or something in here, then I'll be laughing. No PK. We get Smalling as an option. We do get Victor Ruiz, who fits somewhat. Not the best, though. Smalling definitely the better of the two. But I'm going to have to go for Victor Ruiz because I want to make sure that I have chemistry rather than just playing a bunch of absolute nobodies. Courtois makes sense as far as good goalkeepers are concerned, but Sergio Asensio gets himself that strong link. But I am going to go for Courtois, hoping to get another Spanish League defender here. If we can pull ourselves Jimenez, Skriniar's a very good defender, but I think I am going to go for Jimenez there. And I'm going to hope to get a Spanish League left back. We do get Monreal. I could switch those over. That works. And he's Premier League as well. I think I'm going to go for Raheem Sterling. I'd rather start Ronaldo on 7 chem and bring Sterling on as a super sub instead of Bernard. And our final attacking player is Eden Hazard. To be honest, I think that's probably going to be the best I can build. if I were to play Mark Bartra completely out of position here, it would give us worse chemistry. Let's just keep Bardi. Let's put... what are we going to do? Let's put Salah on the bench. Let's get Mendy on the bench as well. Mendy actually... that's a shame. That's a big shame. Because we could use Mendy starting. And it would actually give us... it gives us a dead link there. For some reason I thought it was Chelsea. I don't know why. My bad. Yeah. I think that's probably the best I can hope for, to be honest. What is Danilio's height? 6 foot. Mendy, 6'1". Could potentially play them here and here, but we do get dead links all over the place then. That is not a great team by any stretch of the imagination. And into the game we go. This is all pre-recorded now. I've done it. I've actually opened the rewards. You will see them within this video, and you might be thinking that the video isn't that long. How far do we get? In the interest of keeping this a little bit exciting, I'm not going to tell you the result until halfway through some of the games. So we've got a decent opponent in the first one. He was very solid. I was struggling early doors, to be fair, first sort of 10 minutes or so, and then I started getting the grip of the game, started getting the ball a bit more, using the possession, using the width of the team, and managed to hit the bar a couple of times. I was getting much, much closer to his goal. He wasn't really doing an awful lot, and I thought it was just a matter of time before we get a goal. But then time went on, and I thought, you know what, it's going to be one of those games where one goal wins this. If I can get a goal, then I'll be fine, and I might start to cruise through it. But more than likely, what's going to happen is an auto lunge in the defence, and I'm going to consider... That's weird, because that's exactly what I was just saying. It was one of those games, and this is why I don't like doing the draft, and why I was saying to you at the beginning, Draft Tuesday could be a thing, and by the end of the video, or the mid of the video, I'm saying Draft Tuesday may not be a thing anymore. Basically, spoiler alert, I go out in the first game. Yeah, I know. I could have kept it a little bit more sort of suspenseful here, because we are 1 goal down, but Mo Salah off the bench does well, gives it to Raheem Sterling, who makes it 1-1, so could have built it up, but wasn't going to do that, because we've conceded a very sloppy goal in the beginning, and then the second goal was just one of those, why did my defender jump, you know? I was controlling him, I was pressing B, he didn't rise to it, and the striker scores, and I gave up then. As soon as we got 2-1, I started thinking, oh, this just isn't my day, and then 3-1 especially, that was the end of it. I mean, if you look at those stats, I mean, it was fairly even, but let's be honest, I edged it. I really did. And I know it's I'm not blaming the game necessarily, or an auto lunge there, why did my defender jump, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not cut out for things like the draft. It's why I couldn't do Weekend League last year. It's why I didn't really do a Road to Glory last year past sort of 30-odd episodes. It's because I ran out of things to do, and B... well, not ran out of things to do, but ran out of ways to keep it entertaining. And B, I couldn't really keep qualifying for Weekend League. I had to dedicate too much time to this, that, and the other. But I'm going to keep going with this regardless of how well or bad we do in the draft. You know, I bottle things. We go into the draft, and I know I need to win to stay in it, and I bottle it completely. I'm going to keep at it, though, because I want to get better at the game, and draft gameplay is different to standard Ultimate Team, like Weekend League, Rivals, etc. So... our rewards were absolutely terrible, as you can imagine, from 2 5k packs and a silver pack. However, that's just a little something extra we wouldn't have normally had. Yes, I think I've probably wasted 15,000 coins there, but for something different every Tuesday, I'm just going to keep at it. One day we will win it, and one day we'll get some decent rewards out of it. So, I'm going to jump into the comments where you watch a bit of gameplay from Rivals. I'm going to use the last of the Eden Hazard games of the loan, and I'm going to open some bronze packs as well. So it's going to be a much shorter episode than normal, and that's because there's not a lot to do between sort of the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays before the rewards come out, and then when rewards come out we can build, open packs, buy players, build teams, and go and test all that good stuff. I asked you guys though, who do you think I should play on that left hand side, because of course at the moment we have Hazard for 3 games and we have Emerson behind him, who I actually really like. I think he's a good little player. Not that I want to keep him there permanently, but the obvious names came out. Alex Sandro at left back, and then Douglas Costa at left wing was the most thumbed up comment. There was Sadio Mane, and Robertson was not too far behind. I say most thumbed up. I think there was one with quite a few thumbs up on it. It was like 24. Douglas Costa and Dalbert. That was the most liked. But I'll be honest, I wasn't a huge fan. I'll say I wasn't a huge fan. I've looked at the stats of nearly every player that that's available to me, and I don't like the look of Douglas Costa, despite the fact that he has a decent rating and he's got this, that, and that going for him. He lacks quite a few things in the areas that I'm looking for. Coutinho was another option, but I want someone with a bit of pace. I know, like the comment here says, I know he's not the fastest, but he can cut inside and has a great shot, and I do agree with that. But for the way that I play the game, I need my wingers to be the ones that are getting in and behind, and then I need my cam and my striker to be the ones that are good from distance, so that we can play into them. Leroy Sané and Mendy was an option, and that's one that came up a few times as well. That's definitely one that I'm looking at. That game, by the way, I was 2-0 up and I threw it away. Unbelievable. There's quite a few, this is an interesting one. Play Ben Davies with Son. Where's your Welsh pride? And I agree to a certain extent, but on the other hand, not so much, because as much as I have Welsh pride, etc., I don't think I can get away with Ben Davies for long. He's just not good enough. Alex Telles as left back scores a ton of goals for me and is cheaper than Sandro. Completely agree with you. I actually really like the look of Alex Telles. He looks like Telles looks like a really good player. But again, it's chemistry. Like, if I put him at left back, instantly I have a problem, because I can't play Miranda to give him the chemistry, because I need Miranda to give Casemiro the chemistry. If I go look for another Brazilian centre-back from the Italian league, I'm struggling to think of any. There probably are some, but it's a big problem for me. I'm being really picky about it. But this was one that really popped out to me, though, because we've used Crescito at left back anyway. We know that he's a decent little player. Not amazing, but decent nonetheless. And then we have, if you use Insigne, you could use Crescito at left back. Italian Serie A player with okay stats. So yes, I could do that, but then Insigne wouldn't have full chemistry, and then I'd have to go back to Allen instead of Paulinho or instead of Casemiro. I've kind of backed myself into a corner of only being able to use a set number of players. I think I might have to either go with Sane, or I'm going to have to go with... basically, I've got three choices, right? I go with Sane and Robertson behind, or I go... No, Sane and Mendy behind. I confuse myself then, because Mane has got a very similar name. So Sane and Mendy behind, or I go with Mane and Robertson behind, or I go with Douglas Costa and then someone like Alexandro behind. Those are my options, I think, without going out and buying someone like Neymar or an Icon. If that Icon SBC, by the way, that really frustrated me, because that SBC was so appealing until I clicked on that icon. And when it said you require an icon, instantly it was like, well, no one's going to do this. And only the crazy rich or the really stupid are going to do this, because most of the players, if not all the players you can get in that SBC, are pretty much the same price as what the SBC is going to cost you. Yes, you get packs back, but how many of us pack great things? Not many. So with that being said, that SBC, had that icon section been replaced with another, an 85, 86, or even an 87 rated team, it would have been far more affordable, and I could have looked at doing that and maybe got myself a Mark Overmars. Even though Gattuso and Hero were the ones that are appealing to me the most, Mark Overmars would have fit very well in the team, would have had nice chemistry, and then my left back could have been just someone like Dalbert or Alexandro, and we would have been laughing. Maybe I could go for an icon, because Ryan Giggs is around the sort of 350, 400 mark. He was, maybe he's a little bit more now, but in and around that amount, Ryan Giggs is not a bad little option. And again, a bit of Welsh pride, even though he never had any. Oh, shots fired. So, yeah, there's a lot of suggestions there, and I am really grateful. For instance, you've got Lamar. People saying Lamar and Felipe Luis. Doesn't get the chemistry, unfortunately, so I'm not going to be doing that. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I think I'm going to have another sort of look around, see what I feel. I've actually put Martial up for sale. He may have gone by now. You can see the coin total in the top left, if he has sold or not. But what I'm going to do is wait for rewards again. I am very close now to hitting... I know what you saw me do earlier. I was just about to hit rank 2, but I'm not too far off rank 1, and the points don't seem to be going up that quickly. So I feel like I could probably get away with hitting rank 1 Division 5 this week. I may or may not get promoted to Division 4, and we have a Gold 3 rewards with a pretty decent looking Team of the Week on the way as well. So with that being said, fingers crossed anyway, we'll have some good rewards Thursday, and you never know. We could pack the left mid we need. There's loads of options there. Perisic is one, by the way, but again, it's the chemistry that lets me down. I may have to change the Paulinho Talisca midfield, and that just might have to be a thing. Unfortunately, I don't want to do it, but it just may be a thing. Or I may have to change my defence to the point where I put a Sergio Ramos type player in there. Then I could play Miranda over the left-hand side, and then I could get myself Dalbert at left-back. Then I could move into Perisic and so on. There's a lot of options there, and in tomorrow's episode, I'm not sure what I'm going to do in tomorrow's episode. If you've got any suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But definitely in the reward episode, we'll look to make some big changes going into the Weekend League and hopefully get a very good start on this Weekend League. If you've enjoyed this episode of The Road to Glory, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you want to ask me anything in the comments down below, I will answer it in the next episode. Till then, goodbye.